Corner Canyon, and you're watching Game Night Live!
A KSLSports.com presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Presented by America First Credit Union.
We have reached week 3 of the high school football season already. Jeremiah Jensen, Sam Farnsworth. We'll show you the best of week 3 in the next half hour. We have Border Wars, a big upset, and a big matchup between Bingham and Corner Canyon. But we start with our Game Night Live Game of the Week.
This was a great one, too. You know, pretty fitting that the night after BYU and Utah continued their rivalry. We had a great rivalry game in Utah high school football between Roy and Fremont, separated by just 12 miles up there in Weber County.
It's intense. This rivalry took 2 years off because of realignment. It was back with a bang Friday night. What a game. Roy seeking their 6th straight win over Fremont, and Roy got off to a great start. Jackson Dart, a 3-year starter, and he's just a junior. Patience pays off. Parker Kingston all alone in the end zone. Royals led 7-3 after the first 12 minutes. The second quarter was defined by 2 big pass plays by Fremont. 8 minutes left in the quarter. Fremont quarterback Mitch Stratford takes a big hit but delivers a ball to Jackson Whitney. He races down the sideline 65 yards for a touchdown. Then with 36 seconds left in the half, instead of taking a knee, Fremont gets aggressive and it pays off in a big way. As time ran out, Stratford throws a dart to Jackson McFarland over the top of the Roy defense. A stunning 66-yard touchdown to give Fremont a 15-10 lead at the half. Roy takes back the momentum on the opening kickoff of the second half. McQuaid Andrade, 81 yards to give the lead back to Roy. But Fremont would take that lead right back late in the fourth. First, Stratford connects with Whitney again. Wide open, 59 yards for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion made it 23-17. Whitney, 10 catches, 163 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Now to the fourth, Fremont running back Jay Story. He'll have a story to tell his kids when they see his old clips here. A touchdown run of 30 yards, breaking tackles, cuts right through the middle of the Roy defense and had enough gas to get to the goal line. Fremont led 31-17 with 10 minutes left, but Roy did not panic. Jackson Dart led a rally. The slant to Cade Harris, a 34-yard touchdown. Fremont's lead cut to 7. The defense gets a stop. Another big pass play. Dart to Harris sets up another Roy touchdown. Cade Harris, 10 catches, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns. This one and a PAT tied the game at 31. Then the Roy defense comes up with a big play. Justin Kirkland forces the fumble. And yes, Roy recovers. With 1:45 left in the game, there it is right there, Kirkland punching the ball out. Then with 45 seconds left, Jaden Harris punches it in. He rushed for 105 yards and the game-winning score. Fremont looking for more magic like they had in the first half, but Cade Harris made sure it didn't happen. His pick clinches victory. And Roy opens region play with a rivalry win. Jackson Dart, 267 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tom Hackett caught up with him after the win.
Man, it feels so good. We came into this game. This game was for our community. This game was personal to us. And, you know, being down, we knew that we had to battle back the whole game and we were going to face adversity. And we just got to keep going and keep balling out.
I told you, that's a dub, baby! That's a dub!
That was a lot of fun to watch on KSLSports.com last night. You know, 8 of the last 10 years, Bingham was a region champion. They won 6 state titles during that time period as well. And even though they fell short last season in the semifinals, the expectation to be back on top is there again this fall. But maybe we're beginning to witness a bit of the changing of the guard. In their 7th year of existence, the 5A state champs, Corner Canyon, appear ready to challenge the Miners' dominance with the move up to 6A this season. So here we go. Already in week 3 of the season, 3rd-ranked Corner Canyon putting Bingham to the test. The first ever meeting between the two programs. First quarter, Cole Hagan, he's going to air it up top to Talmadge Handley. And the Chargers up 7-0. Next possession, Hagan to Austin Bell, staying on his feet. And he's going to go 36 yards to pay dirt for a 14-0 Chargers lead. 2 minutes left in the game. You know Bingham's not going to just disappear. They get on the board. Troy Maine keeps it at one touchdown game. In the second quarter, Corner Canyon still finding ways to score. They do it with the field goal. Connor Lewis makes it a 17-6 game. Miners won't go easily. They fake the draw. Troy Maine finds Mason Christensen, 46-yard touchdown. Bingham is now within 3 points. Austin Bell, though, this kid had a huge game for the Chargers. Trucks it in from 11 to extend Corner Canyon's lead. And he's not done. Another from Bell, 16 yards out. He punched his ticket to the end zone 4 times in the game. Corner Canyon wins 56-28. That's the most points scored against Bingham since '99.
Timpview hosting Provo. Bulldogs looking for their first win over the Thunderbirds in 30 years. Both teams brought a ton of energy in this game, and we'll start with Sione Moa. Timpview's safety set the tone early with a massive hit for the pass breakup. Ice up, son. It was a defensive battle early, but in the second quarter, Timpview finally put together a drive deep into the Provo red zone. Provo has the big stop on the goal line, but on the next play, the keeper and Elijah Allen fight through the defenders for the score at 7-0 Thunderbirds. Next drive for Timpview. Allen's going to go deep, and he connects with Raider Damouni. And just like that, the Thunderbirds are up 13-0. At halftime, things got really weird. Some chickens got loose on the field. Luckily, the administration was able to take care of things without any incident. So last week we had dogs on the field. This week, poultry. Okay. In the third quarter, the Bulldog defense really buckled down. Final play of the quarter, Ryan Harward picks off Elijah Allen. And the Dogs got some momentum. And they would capitalize. In the fourth quarter, the pitch to Harward. It's a halfback pass. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Just like that, it's a one-score game. Timpview goes to the ground to run down the clock. Targi Lamson gets Timpview into the red zone. They get a chance to put the game away with the field goal, but the kick is blocked. So one last chance for the Bulldogs. Final possession for Provo on fourth down. Luke Haslam's pass falls incomplete, and Timpview holds strong for the win. That's 30 years in a row over the Bulldogs.
What a streak. Well, remember how Ridgeline started the season? A shootout win against Pineview, then on the road against Cypress. Well, last night they were humbled by Farmington. Wyatt Evertson in the second quarter to Jeremy Wilcox. It's a 10-0 Phoenix lead. Then the special teams comes up big, able to get the punter before he can punt the ball away. The very next play, Evertson to Nick Shirley. Touchdown. Farmington up 17-0 at the half. Third quarter, well, we're going to get more from Farmington. Seems like the same story here. Bad snap on the punt. This one goes through the end zone for a safety. 2 more points for Farmington. And then Evertson dumps one down to Hayden Toone. Well, he's got his path to the end zone. Another touchdown there. Farmington blanks Ridgeline 35-0.
Jordan's still looking for their first win of the year, hosting 2-0 Pleasant Grove. First quarter. Pleasant Grove on the move. Caleb Campbell to Jaden Maldonado. Pitch and catch gives the Vikings a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, Jordan answers. Cadius Fiamaono slings it to Nate Hansen, 23-yard score. We're tied up at 7, but PG gets a big play before the half. Campbell again going downfield for Cale Mickelson. Spins a guy at the goal line, and he gets into the end zone, 14-7. The 8th-ranked Vikings get a Rex Connors touchdown in the fourth to clinch a 28-20 win.
All right, in Class 5A, Woods Cross with their third straight road game to start the season. This one against Brighton, both teams 2-0. First half, Brighton down 3, but taking the lead back. The airstrike from Gabe Kearns to Colin Edwards, 68 yards, 13-10. Third quarter, Woods Cross, they can air it out too. Carter Weirman to Luke Hyde, 48 yards. Woods Cross up 24-16. Now, this one came down to the final snap of the game. Here it is. Brighton, a chance to send this to overtime. The pass sails high, though incomplete. Woods Cross celebrating with zeros on the clock. They're 3-0 with 3 road games to start the season.
That's impressive. All right, with the UHSAA implementing a new RPI system to determine playoff position, wins in non-region play now carry more weight, especially if you get a win over a very good team. That's what was at stake between 11th-ranked Kearns and 7th-ranked Olympus last night. Olympus won last year 49-13, so the Cougars had a score to settle in this one. Let's go to the first quarter. Olympus on the move. Frankie Goodson to Caden Kuhn, a great catch. And the Titans had a 7-0 lead. Kearns gets on the board in the second. Dakota Lynn finds Jack Kelly. And we're all tied up. Then just before the half, the double pass. Scotty Edwards does it all to Caden Kuhn. We're tied up again. Let's go to the third quarter. Kearns, Amilea runs it in to give the Cougars the lead. Then on the ensuing kickoff, I mentioned Scotty Edwards before, and I'm mentioning him again. He's going to take the long way to the end zone, but it still counts as 6. 86 yards on Olympus with a 1-point lead. Then in the third quarter, Frankie Goodson picked off by Jeff Bassa. He's going to take it all the way, 99 yards. That was the play of the game, and Kearns with a mild upset over the Titans, 26-21.
All right, Mountain Ridge and Riverton for the annual Kari Sue Hamilton School Night. Every year, Riverton hosts students from the Kari Sue Hamilton School, and a child is chosen as an honorary captain. And the Silver Wolves, well, they put on a pretty darn good show for their guests, too. First drive of the game, Jackson Howard finds Carter Miller, 64-yard touchdown pass, and that one is setting the tone. Later in the quarter, Howard on the keeper. He's gone 51 yards. It's 14-0 for Riverton. At halftime, the students from Kari Sue Hamilton School put on a halftime routine with the drill team, dance company, and cheerleaders. That got some of the biggest cheers of the night at the football game, and there was a lot to cheer about because look at that score. Riverton, big winners, 50-0.
A Northern Utah showdown between Box Elder and Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest would strike first in the fourth quarter. Hunter Schroeder right up the gut. They'd convert on the 2-point attempt to go up 8-0, but it wouldn't take Box Elder long to answer. Parker Buchanan, 42 yards to Logan Holgate, 8-7 after the first quarter. Let's go to the third quarter. Hunter Schroeder breaks free and adds to the lead. 59 yards. He gets into the end zone for the Mountain Crest touchdown, but Box Elder would get rolling in the fourth quarter. Down 15-14, Buchanan goes to Holgate, and he reaches up over the defender for the score. Box Elder gets a 21-15 win.
Juan Diego and Skyline, both teams looking for their first win of the season. Braxton Bolingbroke is going to get it going here. Up top to Jeremiah Johnson for the long completion.
Cool name.
Yeah. That would lead to a field goal for the Eagles to start the second quarter there. Then check out this pick here from Roman Franco. Rips the ball from the receivers. Nice catch. Skyline getting their first win of the season. It's 10-0.
A pair of 2-0 teams meeting up in Utah County. Juab at Salem Hills. Things didn't get going until the second quarter offensively. Still scoreless. Salem Hills quarterback Jared Elmer going to get it to Reed Johnson. Take it all the way to the 1-yard line, and then Elmer is going to do the rest. Quarterback keeper has the Skyhawks up 7-0. They led 10-0 at the half. Third quarter, Elmer and air it out for Willie Leota. He's down at the 1. And on the next play, Jordan Ware punches it in for a 17-0 lead. Go to the fourth quarter. Salem Hills puts this one away. A 46-yard touchdown run. The Skyhawk defense shuts out Juab. 24-0 is the final.
All right, the Dixie Flyers, they took on Desert Hills, and in the second quarter, Dixie's Reggie Graff finds Tyler Walden. If you got your calculator out, add them up. It's 85 yards, and it's a 14-9 Flyers lead after that long score. In the third, Logan Wilstead keeps it. Look at them evade those tacklers. 30 yards for the touchdown. Desert Hills is within 4 points now, making it a ball game. But then more from Graff, this time to Keaton Schweitzer. Look at that catch. Graff accounted for 5 touchdowns in the game, and Dixie runs away with it 62-36.
Bonneville and Bear River, a 5A-4A battle in the north. First quarter, Lakers, Tyler Hancock. Record Shaw, 55 yards, 14-0 Bonneville. Fourth quarter, Bear River receiving the kick. This is Colt Lish. He's really, really fast. It's an 85-yard return. Bears within a score. Bear River pinned deep late, and Bonneville's defense is going to come up with a safety, and they're going to clinch the win, 23-17. We got some border wars coming up next. Logan with a nice win, and of course, the highlight reel this week is packed with impressive plays from Week 3. We also have a player that scored 9 touchdowns Friday night. We'll show you who that was coming up next.
We're the Timpview High School student section, and you're watching Game Night Live!
All right, well done, Timpview.
Yes.
All right, there was non-region games, and they often give Utah teams a chance to see how they measure up against out-of-state competition. There were several out-of-state games in Week 3.
Yeah, Lone Peak beat California powerhouse Nairborn 41-21. Harriman beat Alex Smith's alma mater, Helix, in San Diego in overtime, 26-19. American Fork, they lost in Vegas in a heartbreaker.
There were some teams who won in their border wars. This is a border war here. Logan and Preston, separated by just a few miles. They played in Maverick Stadium. Logan's Ethan Wilson, 60 yards. The J.J. Sargent, 7-0 Grizzlies. Sargent again. It was 14-0 Logan. Then Caden Thornley's going to run it in, and it was 21-0 in the first quarter, and Logan beats Preston 44-21.
How about the other border war at Maverick Stadium? Skyview against Shelley, Idaho. In the first quarter, Shelley fumbles. Jacob Zollinger recovers in the end zone. 7-0 Skyview. On the next possession, Walter Collins is going to punch it in for the touchdown. 14-0 Bobcats. End of the first, Mason Falsleff finds Trey Nyman after rolling around a bit, and Skyview rolls Shelley 55-8.
Nice play. Orem facing Skyline, Idaho. Tigers leading 7-0 in the second quarter and add to the lead with a touchdown pass to Britton Paulson. Then later in the quarter, Caden Vertel is going to rumble in for a touchdown at some point. Tigers end up winning this one 34-20.
Twilla was also in Idaho facing Minico. Down 3-0. Twilla recovers the punt that the receiving team there kind of messed up on. They capitalized. Kulani Longi to Joseph Douglas, 8-3. In the third quarter, Twilla up 23-10 and adding to the lead. Nukuluve Helu. I'm sorry, I messed that up last week too. 70 yards untouched. How about it though? Buffaloes go on to get the win 30-24.
You get the Tooele highlight every week now. Utah's defending 3A champ Summit Academy hosting Wyoming's defending 3A champ, the Star Valley Braves out of Afton, Wyoming. All Star Valley, David Castillo rushed for 147 yards and this touchdown for 65 yards. Summit Academy was threatening in the second, trying to cut Star Valley's lead in half, but Hazen Erickson ends the drive with a pick. Then later in the second quarter, the Braves take a 20-0 lead, a little misdirection. Dean Shaw takes the handoff, stays in bounds, avoids defenders, cuts back downfield, and dives over the goal line for the touchdown. He had 107 yards and a score. Star Valley has won 10 straight games. Summit Academy drops to 1-2. The highlight reel is next. You saw great student sections in the show. They've been awesome. And you know what? So were the players this week.
Yeah, no kidding. We balled it all up this week in the week that was high school football, and we try to serve it to you in this week's edition of our highlight reel.
Time for top plays of the week. Let's start with Orem High School's Buju Tuisavura. The interception, and that wasn't enough. He's going to do more. Holt Arena there in Pocatello. Buju is going to take it all the way the other way for the touchdown. Let's keep that pick six theme going.
Yeah, why not? Kearns' Jeff Bassa, 99-yard pick six. We saw this earlier in the show. This would be the game-winning touchdown eventually in an upset over Olympus. We'll be right back.
Great players at small schools don't always get the attention they deserve. When you score 9 touchdowns in one game, we have to take notice. Milford quarterback Bryson Barnes did that Friday night, rushed for 4 touchdowns, which included a 65-yard run in the first quarter, 158 yards rushing on 18 carries. He also threw 5 touchdown passes. Bryson Barnes was awesome. 364 yards, 5 TDs. It's Game Night Live. Thanks for watching. Catch Sam at 10. College football highlights.